The new virus is popularly known as the coronavirus.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
It's often when we face difficulty that we get to witness human beings doing amazing things.
It feels really good to be doing something and helping people.
I've never felt more supported by the public than I have during this pandemic.
Yeah, I think people really did appreciate what everyone was doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we've all learned to really appreciate each other.
Thank you.
We've seen the best in people.
My little niece and nephew can't believe that I'm an actual NHS hero.
I was always interested in science at school, but I didn't want to necessarily spend all my time in a lab. I wanted to spend time with a lot of people working as a team together to try and do something positive that makes a difference to people's lives. So it sort of attracted me towards medicine, so that you can use those communication and listening skills.
I was quite interested in going into some sort of hospital profession, possibly like nursing or something like that. But I was always interested at school in science subjects like physics, and there's quite a bit of physics in radiography. So that interested me, and I went and did a bit of work experience for a couple of days, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting and varied work.
For me, I've always liked science, and I also like the idea of being able to help people, and I think as a pharmacist you do get a lot of interventions that can help improve people's quality of life, but there's also, again, the sciencey side of it, which I personally find really interesting.
I often speak to prescribers, give them advice using the knowledge that I have about medications to advise them on safe and effective use of medications. I just knew I wanted to do something to help people, whether that was through the degree that I did or in a hospital situation. All those things lead to a very fulfilling role.
First sort of learned about occupational therapy when I was sort of a lot younger, and my granddad needed one, and so I sort of saw them in like the sort of real world. They sort of came out to granddad's house, assessed it, and sort of really made a big impact and sort of changed sort of the whole family's life really. And from then I just sort of did research into it and thought, oh, that's, sounds like what I'd want to do. I did a day shadowing and sort of looked more deeply into the job, and it was definitely what I wanted to do. So then I applied to go to uni, and then haven't looked back really.
It's 4 years, but it's on-the-job training, so you'll be seconded out to different wards, but my base will still be vascular, which is ideal. You have protected university time as well, in which that you'll be supported and you can, do the assignments and things. So it's having that, balance between ward and university, which is ideal. So it's extra learning, and I've learnt so much in my clinical apprenticeship that I feel like I really want to progress onto that, and my manager's been amazing, and the NHS have, in regards to careers progression. So anyone who's wanting to go clinical and progress, it's an amazing opportunity.
There's literally all sorts that you can do. We do work with doctors and nurses, but there's like dietitians, physios, healthcare assistants. There's literally all sorts that work with the NHS. It's so much more than just doctors and nurses, and I think you need all of it to make it work.
The beauty of the NHS is that you've got so many different avenues that you can go down depending on what your preferred style of working is. So as a dietitian, I could have made my way through up to becoming a manager in that area. But equally, I've been able to take a completely different tangent as well and move into education and learning and teaching in a clinical role, but not necessarily specifically working in dietetics. So for me, it's been a brilliant opportunity.
I personally don't come from a family with any doctors in it, so I was the first one to become a doctor. So don't feel like you're limited by your family circumstances or your background in terms of careers in the NHS. For example, if you weren't necessarily interested in medicine, could appeal to you. So nursing, physiotherapy, speech and language therapy, just to name a few. But obviously, the NHS is one of the biggest employers in the country, and there's probably a job within there that would appeal to you.